Hey guys, I wanted to pop in here. It's been a while since I have been live and just wanted to share a little bit about what I've been up to in case it can help you, because that's my whole point of being a coach is I want to lead by example and help others along their journey as well, whether that's as a life coach, a wellness coach, physical therapist, all the things that I am doing. But about a month ago, before we went to Maryland on vacation, so before vacation, I noticed like within a week that I had gotten about a 10-pound weight gain. Okay, so it was all right here. It was a sudden weight gain of like 10 pounds. So it wasn't like a gradual upswing. It was like 10 pounds. And just things just felt a little off. And sometimes, you may feel the same thing. So again, it wasn't like a gradual thing. It was like almost within a week, 10 pounds with nothing had changed with my journey. I was still doing workouts. I was still, eating per the gut health protocol and all of those things. So along the same lines, one of my really close friends, Jolie, has started doing this program called, what is it called? Cycle syncing. So as women, because we're all women in this group, we are cyclical beings, right? If you have a cycle, if you've ever had a cycle, we follow the patterns of the moon, right? Because we cycle, our hormones cycle throughout. Men, which have been up until the past 10 years, like all the research on fitness programs, nutrition, intermittent fasting, anything to do with fitness and nutrition have been on men, obese men or mice. So a lot of the research that a lot of people are using to intermittent fast is based on research that's been done on men and mice. So if you are an intermittent faster and it's working for you, that's great. But just also know that as you start heading into perimenopause and menopause, it may be a little bit different for you and stop working as well. So the cycle syncing course is great. I'm taking it now. I'm going to get certified so I can run groups and all those things. But what I wanted to come in here and share with you is that, first of all, if things have changed with your journey, it's harder to lose weight. You have, more weight here or more weight in your back or more weight in your hips and legs. That's all part of hormonal imbalances as things start to change, right? Or even like the mentor that I'm studying under, Jenny Swisher, she had hormonal balances in her 20s that manifested as severe migraines that were worse at different times of her cycle because she had hormone imbalances at 20. So our hormones cycle about between like a 25 to a 35 day cycle, right? Our progesterone and estrogen rise and fall according to our cycle. If you're no longer cycling, you still have some of those upswings that go along with the phases of the moon, which is really kind of cool. And I know I may have lost some of you right there, but what I've been doing is starting to cycle my workouts with my menstrual cycle. Okay, so day 1 and 2 of your menstrual cycle is complete rest. Like, so your body intuitively wants to kind of curl up with a blanket and read or binge Netflix and just chill and rest or withdraw, right? And that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to give your body that rest, right? But we've been so programmed by society and these fitness calendars that we've got to follow them to a T. Even myself, I mean, that's what I've told you guys, to follow them to a T. But that's not what your body intuitively needs. Your body, if you are a woman, should work out and phase your activity based off of where you are in your cycle or the cycle of the moon to be like optimally performing, right? For optimal performance, optimal training, those sorts of things. So the lady that I'm studying under has learned from Stacy Sims. So I'm telling you guys some names so you can start following people. But Stacy Sims has been asked by Nike to head up like their women's sports division because she is the one who helped the women's soccer team sync their cycles to help their performance. And anybody that follows the women's soccer team here in the U.S. knows how tremendous they're doing, okay? But there's more and more research coming out that women perform better based off of, following their cycle and following nutrition and things like that. So all this to say, some of the things that I'm doing is I'm following body workouts that follow my cycle. So as part of the course that I'm doing and part of the group that I'm in, I have access to workouts that go along with body workouts to follow my cycle, okay? So my workouts are gonna look a lot different than anybody else's unless we're on the same cycle. The things that I've tweaked in my nutrition that I want to help you to see if it helps you, because again, this has been so like ingrained in our brain, 1,200 calories, 1,500 calories, follow the containers. To be mindset has been much more flexible with that, more in line with what our bodies need. So cycling females that are training, so meaning working out, need 1 gram of protein per 1 pound of your ideal body weight. So like my ideal body weight, according to the BMI, where I want to be and where I feel healthiest, is 165. So my goal every day, no matter what my weight is to eat 165 grams of protein. That's a lot more protein than I was ever given on Ultimate Portion Fix, okay? But it's working and it's helping my body. The other thing is more healthy fats. So our hormones are made up of protein and healthy fats, right? We eat protein and healthy fats, cholesterol kind of trickles down and it creates our estrogen or progesterone and all of our other hormones in our body. So it makes sense that our bodies as training females need more protein and healthy fats because we also need to be creating muscle, okay? Your muscle mass, if you are over 30, is probably starting to decline or get harder to create muscle, right? You may be doing the same workouts you did in your 20s and not getting the definition or the muscle strength that you want, and that's because you're probably under eating and overtraining. Okay, so I would encourage you to kind of take a look at that and try it for a couple of months, eating the amount of protein that you need to for your ideal body weight. So I am doing 165 grams of protein on most days. I'm trying to do it as closely as I can. It's not perfection, right? Our bodies are not perfect. Cycles are not perfect. And I'm also having a healthy fat with every meal. Okay, so for 3 meals a day, I'm having a healthy fat. I've increased my teaspoons as well. I'm also not doing fasted workouts. I know that I've done fasted workouts for so long and it's impacted my hormones. And so what I will do is a half an hour before my workout, I will have a beach bar with a slab of, or a smear of almond butter. And I also have a couple prunes because prunes help my GI system. And then within a half an hour, I'm working out. I'm also not drinking my Energizer caffeine on an empty belly right now. Because again, that can mess with your cortisol hormones as well. So again, just to kind of let you know what I'm doing in case you want to try it. I will be running a group every month to kind of allow people to kind of check this out and see if it works for them. Give them a taste of a workout program, give them a taste of like a meal plan and how you should be eating and get some of the training. So I'll share that information with you as soon as I have it for July and the upcoming months. So again, eating enough protein. So if your goal weight is 160, you should be trying to eat 160 grams of protein a day. Okay, spread it out. When you eat 160 grams of protein or you increase your protein, you're also going to have to increase your fiber. So you should be getting anywhere from 4 to 6 to 7 cups or servings of vegetables. Okay. I've also added in more healthy fats through some teaspoons and things like having cashews or nuts or hummus or avocado or some cheese. I'm trying to keep my dairy limited to 1 serving a day because it can be very inflammatory. And I know through my gut health that too much dairy can be a problem. So those are some of the things that I'm trying. I also got an Oura ring. I'll be getting a code for you guys if anybody's interested in it, but it's like the Whoop strap also, but I like the ring better because it also tracks your body temperature, which is with women can help you track your cycle and your ovulation and things like that. So, but this is also going to allow me to see my recovery, my sleep, my heart rate, all of those things to help me, help my body do better as I am definitely in perimenopause. Perimenopause hits between 8 and 10 years before menopause, guys. So more than likely, if you're in your 40s, you could be in perimenopause already. But the important thing that I want you to hear is that more than likely, if you are following Portion Fix or if you are following a regular fitness calendar, you may be under eating and overtraining for your body. As women, as we get older, we really need to focus on lifting heavy and building muscle. Now, I'm not saying you're going to build bulky muscles. You just need to be building more muscle mass, okay? Building more stronger muscles because it's also going to help with osteoporosis and osteopenia, the brittle bones, as you get older. So I hope this was helpful. It's longer than I thought it was going to be, but any questions, drop them below. I'll also be sending out a link for the July free group to kind of check this out and kind of see if it's something that you guys are interested in. But some ways that I'm increasing my protein is I'm having Recover every single day within 30 minutes. That's the other thing is having 20 grams of protein within 30 minutes of finishing your workouts. So I'm having Recover in cold coffee. You can also mix your Recover with your Shakeology. That gives you close to 36 grams of, sorry, I'm trying to stir this so I can start drinking it. 36 grams of protein. So some of the other things that I've been doing is adding like hard-boiled eggs in addition to like some chicken to my salads. Obviously some nuts have protein, your beans, quinoa, those things still have some protein as well. But I'm just making it more of a focus. But again, with any increase in protein like that, you also need to make sure you're getting enough fiber to move it through your body, okay? So one of the things, yes, so I'll get that group information, but any questions, drop them below. I'm happy to share what I'm doing. Again, it's not an exact science for me yet. I'm like in week 3 of starting to do this. This next week will be week 3 for me. And I will say that my weight initially went up some because I'm increasing the calories and protein so much more than my body's been used to, but I'm also increasing the intensity that I'm training in at different points of my cycle. And the theory is that you have more protein and more healthy fats to build muscle and increase your hormones when you can train harder, right? So when you can train harder, like the first couple of weeks of like in your follicular and ovulation phase, you can push your body harder. And that's when your body transforms that into muscle, which is going to burn more fat, which will help you lose weight. But initially, I will say that I had a little bit of an increase in my weight because it was a lot more food than my body was used to. But as my training is changing and my workouts are changing, my body's starting to transform that into muscle. So I'm going to be a fat burning machine here shortly. But I did want to kind of let you know that as you start increasing your protein and healthy fats, you may see a little uptick in your weight, and that's perfectly normal. Your body's kind of getting into that balance of what it needs. And then as you start getting into a rhythm with your workouts, you'll start burning fat and burning calories. All right, guys.